So we've got another of our flagship events coming up in Vancouver, Retail West. Tell us a little bit about what our members can expect to hear and see and experience in Vancouver on October 19th, right?
October 19th. Retail West is an industry event that carries a similar objective and agenda as our major national conference store does, but we bring store out to the West Coast, to Vancouver for those folks that can't make the trip across country in June. This year we're talking about innovations. We're talking about digital innovation, e-commerce innovation, mobile innovation, and the customer experience. Over the last few years, the customer experience has become extremely important to retailers, and it is slowly becoming the #1 definer of a retail brand is the experience that they can give their customers. In today's omni-channel world, as we know the word omni-channel, many retailers roll their eyes because that word's been around for years and people have always been talking about it, but now we're seeing omni-channel work its way into the core operations, the foundations of retail business. How do you change your buy? How do you change your in-store operations? How do you change your customer experience to reflect a pure blend between digital and physical retail? How are retailers doing that today? And that's a major topic that we have been focusing on. On the West Coast, we get a very high participation from our small and independent retailer community. And they're talking about the same issues that the large players and the multinational chains are. How can they, as a small retailer, compete in the digital world? How can they expand their customer base by getting online through e-commerce? How can they change their own customer experience through simple adaptation of social media and localization technology, and maybe they build their own small mobile app?
I mean, that's a great point, because in one way, times have never been better in terms of a level playing field of accessibility to technology, whether it's a Shopify or whatever. You know, launching that e-commerce website in one way is easier, and if it's social media and other ways that you can use to market. But I hear from members this: how do I use them? How do I really compete? And how do I give me some practical? I want to go home from Retail West with some practical tips. I think you've built a great agenda, and I think they can expect to walk out of there with a notepad full of great things to do day one after the conference.
You're right. I mean, it has become easier than ever with the wonderful different suppliers, networks, and services that are out there for a retailer to get up online. And through social media and other types of tools such as that, it's also not easier, but more accessible than ever for a small retailer to get their name out to a very wide audience. Those abilities through social media, through that level of digital adaptation, through promoting their products online, they're able to get up into the same space as the major players and compete on that level, especially if they have a fantastic product mix and product blend.
October 19th in Vancouver, another great event. Thanks so much, Kyle.
www.retailwest.ca, and you can see the whole agenda.
Fantastic. Thank you.